everybody.
Hello.
We are live. How are you
Awesome.
guys today? Today is Thursday. I thought yesterday was Thursday, funny enough.
Me too.
Terrible. Today is Thursday and it is 5 o'clock on the dot. Today, Thursday, the 9th of April 2020. And we have a wonderful webinar. And our important question at the bottom is, where will you spend your summer holidays? And while you do that, so in the comment section, introduce yourself. Please tell us your name and where will you spend your summer holidays?
Right.
While we're waiting for all of you to interact with us, I think we're going to introduce ourselves.
Sure.
So you can go first.
Oh, good. My name is Kate. Nice to meet you guys. I am from the United States of America and specifically from Portland, Oregon. I live now in San Giovanni in Persiceto, which is a small town just north of Bologna. And I have been in Italy for 3.5 years.
Perfect. Good to see you, Kate.
And you, Joanna?
I am Joanna. I come from Cape Town, South Africa. And I also sort of live north of Bologna. I think north.
I think so.
My geographical coordinates are not that good. I'm not the best person when it comes to giving directions of maps or anything. And I've also been living in Italy for almost 3.5 years. In Bologna. I've been in Bologna for 2.5 years. I lived in Sassuolo before, a little town close to Modena. And Kate, where are you going to spend your summer holidays if you started planning?
Ooh, that's a good question. So I'm going to spend my summer holidays maybe in Amsterdam, or possibly I will go to, I know I will go to a small place outside of Bologna called Montefiorino, which is, it's called Montefiorino. It's actually really close to Modena. And it's in the mountains. It's about an hour away from Modena, and it's really beautiful. And I go there every year to learn how to dance with a hula hoop. So
that's so cool. What do you mean, learn to dance with a hula hoop?
Well, one of my hobbies is I dance with a plastic hula hoop, and like a circus style dancing. So you do tricks with it, like to balance it on your head, or to have multiple hoops on your waist. And so I go there and with lots of other people like me, mostly women. And for 5 days, we eat and we drink Prosecco and we dance.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really nice.
You do that every year?
Yeah, it's the only retreat in Italy. And I'm really lucky that it's just very close to Modena. It's very close.
Yeah, it's not so far from Bologna. You can get there during the summer.
Yeah, I just take a train.
That's so cool. You go there by yourself?
Yeah, I go by myself. It's nice because when you're around other people who have a very specific hobby like you, you get to learn new things from each other as well. And they hire teachers from all over the world. So from Australia, from South Africa, from America, Canada, England, Switzerland.
Are they all English speaking?
So no. For example, last year we had Tal Fransky. She's from Israel. But most people understand English or have a decent grasp of English. And the people who generally don't speak English are the Italians. And I speak Italian, so for me it's fine.
That's so nice. My word, are you excited to do that?
Yes, I got lucky last year. So every year there is a raffle. on, I think, the penultimate day. And one of the prizes was to have 50% off for the next year. And I won. So I got to have a big discount. So I'm pretty happy about that.
That's cool. Awesome. I'm happy that you got that. I'm so happy that you're going to do that.
Thank you. Maybe sometime we can go to Giardini Margherita and I can show you.
Yeah, with a hula. I don't have a hula hoop, but I think I could get one. I mean, this Amazon business with friend.
Well, I have a lot, so I can bring some for you as well.
Yeah, if you could do it, spin around my neck or something.
Yeah,
that would be
cool.
So yes, guys, please introduce yourself. Let us know what's your name and where will you spend your summer holiday. I know not many people are thinking about it now because we're in this uncomfortable, awkward situation that we're in. But before this happened, I'm sure everybody was thinking about their summer holidays and already starting to plan it. So let us know. We're interested to find out where you guys will spend it. I haven't, even before quarantine, I never started planning my summer holidays. I think my boyfriend and I, we usually leave that for like too late. We leave it for just in time, but that just in time is never enough time.
Yeah.
Last year we went to Croatia. We knew we wanted to go there for some time. We only ended up planning it like towards August. So, everything is already getting expensive. Italy is completely filled up. We had a nice time. We had an apartment there. I'm not going to say it was the cheapest place because we heard that Croatia is quite cheap.
But it was
sadly disappointed. It was a lot more expensive, but really fun nonetheless. It was 2 weeks there. So who knows where we'll spend this year. We just came back from holiday as well, which was really, really cool. I really, I think I've told you this before, I'd really like to go to Georgia.
Yeah, you told me that. Why? We have Sarah.
We can say hello to Sarah first. Sarah says, hi, I'm Sarah from Bologna. Usually I go to the beach, but for this summer I don't have plans. Awesome. It's okay. When it gets closer to the time, maybe you will start planning for it. Because I think by that time, everything will be different.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's good to see you, Sarah. I've seen Sarah in a couple of our webinars.
Me too.
Or virtually see you. I think why I would like to go to Georgia, because we have 2 students that come from Georgia. And whenever they speak about it, it's just captivating the way they explain it. Like they explain it with a lot of pride. And they describe it even, for example, one of our students who is on much lower level will explain it to me in Italian. And she just does it in such a way that it's inviting. Really, like, after I spoke to both of them who come from Georgia, I went to Google it, the history, and I was Googling images, and it's beautiful. Like there was a beach as well in the place that I would like to go to. It's also got the mountains. It just looks so nice. So I'd like to go there. Maybe I learn a few things, experience the culture. But we'll see. When it gets closer to summer, I'll definitely let you know where I'm going.
Definitely, I want to know. And you've got to take lots of pictures no matter where you go.
Yes, but I don't think I'm going to be as good as what the Google pictures showed me. They showed me this marvelous thing and the colors, and I'm just like, wow.
I know.
Also, I went to Google flights to go to Georgia because Georgia, funny enough, is actually closer to Russia. It's right between Russia and China. Like it's in the middle, so it's relatively quite far, actually. Considering. And I Googled like flights from Bologna to Georgia for the period of summer, and it costed like nothing. It was like €200 there and back.
Wow, that's really cheap.
Yeah, considering you're going halfway across the world, actually.
Yeah, maybe it's not so popular a destination.
No, that's what our students actually told me, that it's not really a popular tourist destination. It's also a really poor country,
Mm-hmm.
but it's beautiful. I think that if more people give it recognition and speak about it and people start to go, maybe the tourism industry could pick up.
Mm-hmm.
You know how social media works, you know how this word of mouth works. Like one person can go to a small little town and then say this is the best place I've ever been to, and then everyone will go there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true.
Maybe more people speak about it, more they travel, they could help other countries also boost their tourism industry. And if it's a poor country that has a lot to offer, why not? I
Yeah.
mean, I love social media. I love learning about new places from social media.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Yeah, that's really cool. Well, definitely, I hope that you have an opportunity to go ahead, visit there, and maybe spread some awareness about how nice the place is.
Definitely. I have a blog, so I'll write it in my blog as well.
I didn't know you had a blog. Can I see your
Yeah,
blog sometime?
definitely. If you want to, I haven't been posting really or anything, but I'm probably going to start now that I'm at home.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, maybe if I get the opportunity and post it on my social media, the people that I know that do travel should definitely take a trip.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me. So come on, guys, let us know your name and where will you spend your summer holidays.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I think we're going to start our focus activity.
Yes, let's take a look.
So today we're describing a holiday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Describing a holiday. Would you like me to read?
Yeah, I was just removing the banner.
No, don't worry. In this focus activity, describing your holidays, using past simple and present perfect for previous holidays, using present continuous and going to for future plans.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is here. I'm just looking at the picture there. Do they have this in Portland?
They do, but it's a little different. So in Portland, we have something called the Max. So it's not open; it's closed. It's more like a regular train, but they do have something like that. Yeah.
I know that they also have it. I think in Los Angeles they have this, if I'm correct.
San Francisco.
I've seen it from movies. San Francisco, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it in movies all the time. But just to let you guys know, if your city doesn't have one, I know Bologna used to have one in the past. This is a tram.
It's a tram.
Cape Town used to have one, but we don't have that anymore.
Oh no. Yeah, Portland has a really, really important tram. You can go all over the city with it. It's got like multiple lines, like a subway.
That's so cool.
Would
you like to read Sabrina's comment?
Sure. Hi, I'm Sabrina from Genova. I'm from Genova. I usually go to the south of Italy this summer after the quarantine. If it is possible, I will go to my relatives. So you could say I will go to visit my relatives, or see if you prefer. Yeah, good.
And where are your relatives? So you say you're from Geneva, but where do your relatives live?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. Okay. My favorite holiday. What's your favorite type of holiday and why? So here, guys, what we would love for you to do in the comment section is to let us know different types of holidays that we can get. I know that when we were in school, we used to talk about holidays a lot and the different types of ones. So help us and let us discuss what holidays we get. In the meantime, do you want to read the 2 words on the side?
Sure. So in England, we know we can call it a holiday, but in America, we actually call the period of summer where we travel or we stay at home we call it vacation.
In South Africa, we would use both.
Really, it just depends.
Yeah, because I think I've mentioned this before, probably to you as well. In South Africa, because we were colonized by the English, 90% of our English structure and grammar is British. 7% is probably American. like Americanized. Don't ask why, because you guys have done nothing for us. You didn't do anything to us either. Then 3% is South African English, which is a very strange type of English. So yeah, we mix it up. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I'm on holiday. Ooh, I'm going on vacation. Something like that.
Yeah.
So yes. When I put it in the comment section, notice in brackets, I say BRE and AME. BRE would be British English and AME would be American English.
Yeah, it is. Nice.
Wow, let us know. Kate, what type of holidays do you think we can get? Maybe just to give them some ideas.
Sure. So I will say what my favorite type of holiday is. It is a mountain holiday. Okay. I love
do you like
the
holiday?
Well, first, because I don't really know. I just love the mountains. In Portland, there were a lot of mountains. And I also love to go to Trentino now, where there are the Alps. So I think seeing really huge mountains makes me feel quite safe all around. Like there are these walls that are protecting me. And I don't know, really.
Trentino a lot.
Yes, I've been to Trentino Alto Adige like 2 or 3 times. And I used to just drive into the countryside in Portland and in Oregon. Just go randomly hiking.
That's awesome. It's always a fun thing to do. Zara says, my favorite type of holiday is a beach holiday. I love in blue water. All right, perfect. Zara, just remember when we spell the color blue, it ends with E. Blue. Oh, so we have mountain holiday. We have a beach holiday. I love sightseeing. So I love a sightseeing holiday. Visiting different monuments. So anybody is wondering, the verb to sightsee means to visit landmarks or monuments. It's always nice because I like to marvel maybe. So it's marvel to look at it like, oh, beautiful.
Wow.
And maybe the architecture or the creativity, but also the history involved in it. Because whenever you go sightseeing, you will learn the history of the town or perhaps the country as well. And very informative. I really like it. So. You want to read Sabrina?
Sure. Sabrina says, my favorite holiday is a beach holiday because I love staying on the beach.
Awesome. Thank you, Sabrina.
Nice.
What other ones can we get?
Well, there are also seasonal holidays. So, for example, if you like to ski, maybe you prefer a winter holiday where there is a lot of snow, or if you like just in general the hot weather, maybe instead you prefer a summer holiday, which is what we're talking about here.
I like summer holidays because in South Africa we have winter holidays, but not winter like here in Europe because it doesn't snow in South Africa. And for me, I generally know what warm weather is like my whole life. Like even winter, it's not warm, but it's not freezing. It's like the coldest you get is maybe 10 or 11 degrees, but with a lot of rain. And then in South Africa, spring, it never rains because our spring is from September up until the end of November, beginning of December. And the weather that's outside today, so I don't know if the whole of Bologna is like this, but where I stay, it's beautiful outside today. It's beautiful. It's nice and warm. I like holidays like this because it's not scorching. Like I'm not sweating and I'm not uncomfortable under the sun.
Yeah, that's nice. Just the perfect mild weather.
Exactly. Yeah. So I that would be my favorite or my seasonal holiday. What about for you?
For me, it's summer holidays. I really love the heat, but I like to combine them with mountain and summer holidays because when you're up in the mountains, there's a nice breeze. So even though it's quite hot, it's not humid and you still have lots of shade, lots of wind, and it helps you to stay cool, which is nice.
It's nice and fresh.
Yeah, fresh. That's a good word.
It smells really nice as well.
Yes. And there are wildflowers everywhere. It's really pretty.
Yeah. Because in Bologna, like I don't mind summer. Just you know as well as I do, Bologna is uncomfortable in summer because of the humidity. And then everything smells weird, so I don't like that. I don't have the problem, and I don't think you have the problem in San Giovanni
No.
with the humidity smelling weird. Of course, the humidity is there, but everything smells weird in summer.
Yeah, it smells strange in the city. I think maybe it's
Like
the smog.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, it's the pollution. It's the smog, and also it's not. Bologna is a beautiful city, but it's not always the cleanest city. So I think the heat makes those smells a lot more powerful. But in San Giovanni, it's quite clean. I know, just like an Arginato, and so it's fresh. It smells quite fresh.
Yes, you know what I've been liking actually about this period now of being in quarantine. So if I do wake up quite early at like 7:30 or 8, I'll go stand on the balcony because it's not like super cold anymore. Maybe in the evening it was cold, and the temperature's starting to warm. But I feel so nostalgic because I remember it's like a weather I would wake up to when I was younger, when I used to walk to school. So I will stand on the balcony and have this feeling of nostalgia every morning and just remember how I would wake up, put my school uniform on, tie my shoes, say goodbye to my mom, and I walk to school.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's nice and fresh. I love it. This type of feeling of weather. It's also that weather, the different types of weather can affect your mood.
That's true. It is. And with the sunny weather, it makes you happy, I think, happier.
Yeah. Sabrina says, I don't like cold weather. Instead, I really love when the days are long and light.
Light.
She says lighting. Maybe the word you're looking for is bright, like the sun outside. The sun outside is bright.
That's good. Yeah, bright. I agree. I do love the bright sun. And one thing I will always love and treasure is even when I'm not traveling, I'm just in Italy, and it's the summertime. You know, the sun does not, it doesn't go down until maybe sometimes 9 o'clock. And so you can go out and have an aperitif with friends, and it's like, twilight. So the sun is just very slowly going down, and it's beautiful, and the weather is perfect, and the days are very long, and it's just really nice.
Yeah, that's what I probably really like about summer. I like that because like as it gets later, so the sun is still there, but the temperatures have dropped a little bit, so it becomes a little bit more bearable. Like I feel more comfortable, and that's what I like about summer.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel that I can't be under the sun, especially because I can't tan.
Yeah, I understand you.
And so for me, it's not nice to be under the sun. So I have to be somewhat in the shade, in the sun, in the shade, in the sun, if I want for a nice brown color. But yeah, I don't want to feel like I'm burning the entire time. It's hard, especially because like in summer, I love to wear dresses and shorts and open shoes and No, I don't like it when my whole body aches just because I wanted to get some vitamin D.
Yeah, I know. I understand. And I react very badly to sunburn. I become very tired and almost sick if it's bad. So
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. So that's why I don't like it. But let's show them some of the examples that they gave.
Hmm.
Um, would you like to read them?
Sure. Sightseeing, beach holiday, mountain holiday, a cruise, an adventure holiday, a spa break, a long weekend, and backpacking.
Mm. When you look at the word long weekend, for example, this weekend is actually a long weekend. So if we were working normally and everyone was at their job and there was no quarantine, this weekend would have been a long weekend. So we would have had Saturday, Sunday, and Monday because Monday is a public holiday. And usually, what people do is they have another type of holiday, which is a city break.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And the city break is when you go to major cities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, for example, we live in Bologna. Maybe if we took a city break to Milan, and traveling from one city to another city.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's nice.
Sara says, I hate the summer in Bologna. It's
Mm-hmm.
very hot. But fortunately, my boyfriend lives on the hills and they are a bit colder than the city.
Mm-hmm.
So when we compare things, two things, we wouldn't say then because then shows us sequence, like what happens next. When we compare than with the and with a. Awesome. So let us know, guys.
Good.
Let us continue.
Nice. Good. Okay.
You want to read?
Sure. So, true or false? Find out about your classmates. Are the sentences true or false? Don't worry about that. Ignore that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the present perfect. So it says present perfect example. Have you ever been to France? Or have you ever. Okay. So why don't we
Do
have.
you want to explain to them just like a short summary,
Mhm.
but not because of course they don't learn it yet, but maybe just explaining to them what is present perfect and when do we use it?
Sure. So, present perfect in English is a way we can talk about our life experiences with no specific time. So, for example, if I say to Joanna, have you ever eaten sushi? What I'm asking is in her life, I don't know when, has she had this experience? And so she can say yes or no. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you maybe want to explain to them what the structure is?
Sure.
And then I'm going to give it to them.
Yeah. So what we do is we use subject plus have or has, if it's the third person, and then past subject plus have has past participle. Okay. I had a moment of plus past participle. So not just simple past, but after. So past participle, like drink, drank, drunk is the past.
Mm-hmm. The third form of the verb in the past.
Exactly. Fly, flew, flown. Flown is the third form. So that's the past participle.
Yes. And this would be a normal affirmative sentence. But today we're going to focus a little bit on the question. Because when you ask somebody about their experiences, you can use the question like they have there, have you ever? Or if you don't want to say have you ever, you would say have or has. So we'd start with the auxiliary.
Yes.
Subject plus the past participle.
Exactly. Just like with
For
normal questions.
example, Kate, have you been to Milan?
No, I've never been to Milan. Have you been to
No,
Milan?
not yet.
Have you been
Um,
to Venice, Jana?
have you?
No, me either.
I'm very not skeptical, but I sometimes, and I try to explain this to my boyfriend, but I don't think he sometimes understands what I'm trying to say. I spoke to Hal about it as well, our colleague, and I feel that certain places need to be visited in a certain time period or a certain season. I really think Milan needs to be visited in winter and Venice maybe in spring rather than summer.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think they get very frustrated by just all of the tourists in Venice, and so I think you have better luck when you go off season. Is what we describe. It's not the popular season.
But it's not really to do with the tourists, for example. It's more the atmosphere that you feel around there. Like Germany, because I live there, I think the majority of the German cities, they need to be visited in winter. Like they're full of tourists in winter and also their own people, but the atmosphere is different. You feel very different. You experience the culture a little bit better. That's my take on visiting cities. So sometimes, like, I haven't been to Milan and Venice, mainly for those reasons.
See, I understand, but for me, it's more that I tend to avoid places that have a lot of tourism, like Venice, or I tend to also avoid Milan because I think the biggest thing about Milan is the shopping, and it's quite expensive. And for me, I don't really, I like to do vintage shopping. I don't really like designer shopping, and so I don't see the excitement.
Go there, yeah. There are some places, beautiful places in Milan, not like the shopping areas, but there are churches with the architecture, like the Duomo, for example.
Yeah.
And I think I just like to see it because it's also a metropolis. So I'd like to see the contrast between where we live, which is a really old city, and then Milan, which is a lot newer.
Yeah, that's true.
In terms of architecture. But yes, so when we talk about have or has, present perfect, like Kate said, when we ask a question like have or has plus a subject past participle, if we answer affirmatively, we would always say yes, subject plus have or has. For example, yes, I have, or yes, Kate has.
Yes, good. Nice.
And if it's a negative answer, we would say no, subject plus haven't or hasn't. Like,
Sarah,
no, I
perfect.
haven't, and no, Kate hasn't.
Yeah, that's true. Good. Yeah. I have eaten pizza. Sarah asks, have you ever eaten pizza? That's perfect.
It is a wonderful question. I've eaten pizza a lot. I had a pizza the other night.
Me too.
What's your favorite pizza?
Ooh, it depends. So for me, I really like four cheese pizza. Or I like just a good margarita. It's just really, really nice. But sometimes I get farcita with, it's a specialty kind of pizza. So it usually has some strange toppings or some different. And so I like the farcita with artichokes. It's quite good. Or this is going to make you, I don't know how you're going to react. I like farcita with the French fries on top.
I know. No.
I had
an American pizza or something like that.
But they sell it here in San Giovanni.
I know.
It's so popular.
I know they do. I haven't eaten that.
It's my favorite.
And that's okay. That's your favorite. I like pizza with either the cherry or I have two favorites. One is with the cherry tomatoes and onion, like the red onion, or with friarielli and sausage.
Oh, that's really good too. We have a lot of that here as well. Oh, and I forgot
So
the
that
ones
would
with
be good
potatoes.
with potatoes.
Yeah, they sell them in Bologna. They're very popular with students. Yeah, potato pizza.
I know I've had that also. Not I've had that. I've seen people eat that. Um, I have had it. I think. I don't think it's my favorite. I wouldn't necessarily like or potato on pizza, but I'm willing to try it. What about you, Sarah? And I think Sabrina, what are your favorite pizzas?
Yeah, tell us in the comments. Also, Gianna, there's a place in Bologna which is quite close to Flower Burger. It's on the same street. And it's a pizza place. I went there with Erin and Claudia. And when we went there, they have all these different really unique, special kinds of pizza if you want to ever try it. It's really good.
What's it called?
I don't remember. I have to ask Erin.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah.
Ask Erin and let me know.
I will.
So we're going to ask you some questions using present perfect. I'm going to put them in the comment section and put them on the screen. You're free to answer, so let us know. For example, have you ever been abroad on holiday? So remember, you can answer negatively or positively. Sarah answered the question, or she answered similar to you.
Yeah, she likes white potatoes. White pizza with potatoes. Nice.
That's okay.
Ooh.
She says, my favorite pizza is bufala. Yes, that's also very nice. I used to eat a lot when I first came to Italy.
Do you like it?
Yeah, like prosciutto crudo with mozzarella di bufala was my go-to pizza in the beginning. But then I changed my taste.
I understand. I love mozzarella so much.
I like it with balsamic vinegar.
That's perfect. And you are a crazy person about balsamic vinegar.
Yeah, exactly. So it fits perfect together. So yes, guys, in the comment section, just answer answer the question in the comment section with either the affirmative of present perfect, so yes, subject have or has, or no, subject haven't or hasn't. Have you been abroad on holiday?
Yes. I'm an immigrant, which helps, but also, yes.
You're not on holiday.
Well, that's true. But I have traveled abroad. I've gone to Belgium and I've gone to London on holiday. And this summer, I will also probably go to Moscow. Maybe. We'll see. We're trying to get the paperwork together. And yeah. And you? Have you ever been abroad on holiday?
Why do you need paperwork to go to Moscow?
Well, I'm American, and so the rules for me are a bit different than in Italy. So, for example, it's quite easy to first of all, you can't go to Russia and just for 3 months with a tourist visa. You have to apply. So you can't just visit without any kind of paperwork. Everybody must apply. And then because I'm American, it's more difficult for me to apply. I need a really good reason to be there. But my husband, for example, he can say that he's escorting our father-in-law, which is true. And they accept that, and it's not a problem. But for me, I don't have Italian citizenship. So.
Oh, how long do you have to wait for your Italian citizenship?
I've finished my 2 years of residency, so I can apply now. as you can see, I haven't applied because of the situation. But then at that point, it's just I have to wait to see if they will accept my application or not. I have to take a test as well.
What?
No. A B2 language certification and other things.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that one.
Thanks.
I didn't know it was so complicated.
No, it's a little bit.
Okay, well, really good luck with that. I hope you can go to Russia as well.
Thanks.
Sabrina says, yes, I have. I have been abroad on holidays 4 times so far.
Well done.
So that is good.
Sorry.
Bless you. This is good. So I think that both Sara and Sabrina have understand that when we talk about present perfect, we don't use time, but it's okay to say how many times, for example, the quantity.
That was
excellent.
Good. Well done.
Would you like to read Sara?
Sure. Sara says, yes, I have. I have been to. Remember, been is the past participle of the verb go. So the rules are the same for the preposition. So I've been to Spain and to Switzerland. So Swiss, the people who live there are Swiss. The country is Switzerland.
Yes. Let's try another one. Have you ever stayed in a 4 or 5-star hotel?
Have you?
So let us know, guys, in the comment section. Have you ever stayed in a 4 or a 5-star hotel?
Did we have this focus together, Joanna?
No, ma'am.
Okay, because I know I answered this question with someone before and I can't remember. Have you ever stayed in a 4 or 5-star hotel?
Yes. 2 times. And I never paid.
Oh, yeah.
I went to visit my boyfriend 2 times when he was traveling abroad for work. So his company paid for me to stay there.
Nice.
I stayed in a really, really nice hotel in Lebanon. And a really nice hotel in Dubai.
Oh, in Dubai, though. That is really cool.
It was nice. I wasn't completely impressed with it, but it's nice at least to go once, maybe twice in your life, because everything is artificial. So, yeah, because like in 1990, Dubai was just desert. So for the last 30 years this year, why did I think 27? 30 years. They've sort of built it up slowly but surely, and because it's a desert, everything is artificial. The water, the grass, so it's all man-made, and I didn't really like that. But at least once in your life you need to go.
Yeah. Sara has an answer. Yeah, so I have. I've stayed in a 5-star hotel 2 or 3 times, and many 4-star hotels all over. But only in the last 5 or 6 years of my life, and before, never. So this is new for me. And when we stayed in 5-star hotels, one was for my honeymoon, so I mean, it was just a package that we bought. And the other one was a gift. The other 2 times were gifts from our my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. We stayed in Florence for a single night in the city center, and then we went for New Year's to the Grand Hotel Baglioni just to stay one night, so we could have the dinner there. What?
The Grand Hotel.
The Grand Hotel Baglioni is right on the end of the Independenza. You know where the McDonald's is? Near the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know that huge, really expensive-looking hotel? That's it, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It was really cool. It was very stressful because my parents were supposed to be the ones to go. And then at the last minute, like the day before, they changed their minds. I don't know why. And so it was crazy.
So you took their place. Well, that's an experience.
It was
Nice.
definitely an experience.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Sada says, yes, I have stayed in a 4-star hotel.
Nice.
Awesome.
Tell us where.
Yeah, definitely tell us where. And Sabrina says, would you like to say?
Yeah, yes, I have. I stayed in a 4-star hotel in Kyoto last year. Woo! You know, I get really excited about Japan. Did you go to other places? Did you visit the historical monuments in Kyoto? What do you think? Kyoto is quite a historical city in Japan. It's far more traditional than Tokyo, so that's very, very cool.
Oh, I'm writing this down. I'm going to Google it. Yeah.
Yes, I really recommend if you want to see cities that are closer to traditional Japanese culture in Japan, Kyoto and Osaka are a bit more historical. And then, of course, Tokyo is a metropolis, is quite modern.
Yeah, it's more modernized, yeah.
And then you have to go to the countryside.
And then you have?
And then you have to go to the countryside. Now that is an experience.
Yes. I've been Googling Japan recently. I'm really interested. I have a lot of free time. I'm Googling a lot of places and finding out the history and seeing different things about it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sabrina.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to maybe go to the next slide. We have roughly 4.5 minutes left, and talk about a past experience. So, would you like to read, or let's alternate the questions?
Oh, perfect. Okay. So it says past holidays. When was your last holiday? Good. You're gonna keep going.
Yeah. Where did you go on your last holiday?
What was it like?
How did you get there?
What did you do there?
What did you enjoy most about it?
And which has been your favorite holiday?
Yes. So you are more than welcome to answer some of the questions. Because we have 3 minutes left. And let us know in the comment section using past simple. So where you went. Kate, where did you go on your last holiday?
Palermo, I think.
In December.
Yeah, I haven't had a holiday in a few months.
We're all waiting for it. All right. And what was it like? How did you feel there? What was your experience?
It was magical. It was really nice. Palermo is beautiful, and it was beautiful weather. I was able to spend time with my colleagues, who I also consider my friends, and Joanna being one of those people, and we got to travel around a little bit, and it was nice. And you?
My last holiday, I went home recently in January. I went home for 2 weeks. It was really nice because I got to take my partner with me. Because he has been to South Africa before, but he spent maybe a day and a half in Cape Town. The rest of it, he was in another city. So it was nice really just to have him really spend time with my family and sort of see where I come from. We tried to do as much as we could. One thing we did do was we ate a lot.
Yeah.
And the weather was good. It was summer. Some days, because the weather in Cape Town is very temperamental and it can change, sometimes it would rain randomly. Like it could be 30 degrees and then all of a sudden the clouds come and it starts to rain. So it was unexpected. While we're waiting for them to answer some of the questions, maybe we can go through some of the things we've learned. Yeah. Because we're coming to the end.
Sure. So for example, we have the different types of holidays, okay? There's a sightseeing holiday where you go and you visit the monuments in a particular city. What else, Joanna?
You get maybe seasonal holidays with the different seasons: winter, summer, autumn, spring.
Mm-hmm. Good. There is the difference between vacation, which is American English, and holiday, which is British English. But if you're in South Africa, you can use both.
Yes, great job. Um, Remember that they introduced one which was a long holiday, or a long weekend, and we can also call that a city break.
Mm-hmm. A city break. Good.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least was the present perfect. Would you like to explain one more time what present perfect was?
Sure. So, one more time, present perfect is what we use to describe experiences with no specific time. And the form in the affirmative, in the positive, is subject plus have or has plus the past participle. If you make a question, you take the auxiliary have or has and the subject and you switch.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And with that, we're going to read your last two comments, and then we're going to say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
So started on my last holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Valencia with one of my friends. It was beautiful and relaxing.
Mm,
Awesome. What a great sentence.
really nice. Sabrina says, my last holiday was in December. I went to Fuerteventura. It is a beautiful island close to the African coast. The weather was sunny and windy. I did surf. It was my first time. I really enjoyed it. Fantastic. I know you're so adventurous, Sabrina. Good. And yeah,
Oh,
thank you guys so much.
thank you for interacting with us, and have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Bye, guys.
Bye.